I'm going to show you briefly today about using your satin glazing liquid and your retarder. You notice when paint comes out of the tube, it's kind of like toothpaste. It's thick, it's gloppy. Here we go. We've got a little, we're going to mix some of it with satin glazing liquid. We're going to mix some of it with water. And we're going to see what the difference is. So I'm going to get myself a little short-handled soft bristle brush, doesn't matter. So here's with water. I've just loaded my brush up with water and it thins it, but what happens is that your paint totally becomes unstable. So when you go down here, when you go to paint with it, it's very thin and unstable. So I'm going to show you that in a minute. I just want to show you what it looks like. Next, I'm going to use the satin glazing liquid. So I'll put a little pile of it over there. Nice little dollop of paint. Now I'm going to get a round brush. I'm going to take that thickish paint, you can tell by the way it's moving, and put it with this. You can easily see that depending on how much of the satin glazing liquid you put in, it becomes from a paste, a cream, or a lotion. So that is with the satin glazing liquid. Also, you're just going to call these mediums. It is also slow drying extender for acrylic colors. So I'll get myself a third brush. Oh, my brush is going to be dirty. I'm going to put the retarder on this. And if you're asking me what I'm mixing this on, it is freezer paper. It's a plastic coated paper that's, cheaper than what you buy if you're going to be long-term in this. All right, I don't know if you can see this. This is thick and gloppy. And this, because it's a little thicker and the brush is a little heavier, it's going to hold the brush stroke a little better. But mainly, its job is retards. That means it slows the drying time. All right, so now I'm going to move this aside and get right to our canvas paper. Go back to this brush. This is the water brush. So I've thoroughly mixed it in. However, eventually it will become unstable. I mixed it with so much water. Oh, you'll think, oh, but it's so much cheaper. Yeah, well, if your paint falls off, if it cracks, it really is unstable. Right. This is with the satin. Look at the way that goes on. Creamier. They both, because of the amount of water or the amount of the satin glazing compounded, they are transparent. Good for glazing, which I can show you examples of. All right, so that is the satin glazing. You can tell the paint went on smoother. I can tell the paint is drying unequally here as the water pulls apart from the binder. On this stiffer brush, this is the retarder. I could go back in and show you the retarder with the round, softer brush. Let's see. So much action happening off screen. But you can tell it's a little thicker. And, this is great if you're going to be painting for several hours at a time. You're in a hot, dry area where the water will evaporate more quickly out of your paint. Those are several reasons why you might use them. All right, so here's the water, undesirable at best. Satin glazing liquid turns it creamier, extends it or retards the paint, stops the paint from drying as fast. And then we have this medium, which is the retarder. That's basically its job, but use enough of it, it will also extend the paint and dry more slowly. All right, hopefully you've got